Hi Geminis, and welcome to your April 2020 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky to talk to you about the energies coming in for your sign. It is a lot to think about. Wow, I'm in love with your spread. It's not going to be maybe the easiest month, but it's going to be one of the most rewarding months you've had in a while, Gemini. I'll put that right up front. It is a rewarding time for you. You know, rewards of money, rewards of love, rewards of emotional security, rewards of power. Okay, rewards of rest, rewards of spiritual fulfillment, and perhaps a lot of anxiety about how all of that comes together. Okay, and that's pretty much your reading in a nutshell, Gemini. I'll see y'all next month. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Gemini. It's interesting. This is the month before your season, so you guys might be feeling a little bit tired. You're about to have your solar return next month and moving into early June. So here is a time in Gemini's year progression where, you might want to be receding more. And it's no wonder that Nine of Swords has come up for you because this is one of the most energetic times in the last 12 years. It's a double one energy with the rat year in the Chinese system and Aries season. So here is actually a really great opportunity for you to really start new projects, Gemini, and to really enjoy that process. But I understand with Nine of Swords and Four of Swords in your reading that part of you kind of just wants to sleep it through, or to sleep through it, or to sleep it all off. It's almost like the energy of having a difficult hangover during this time. I do feel Gemini to be a bit hungover from maybe the last year or the last just cycle in general. So you might want to meet that halfway, Gemini. I think that it's a great time, obviously, to not be drinking at all because you're hungover anyway. But it's going to be a good time to do hangover remedies or have a cleanse. Perhaps like a detox, apple cider vinegar, cleansing out parasites or something. I feel like that's really good for you because your head feels quite foggy to me, and some of this incredible benevolence can bypass us if we're just sleeping through it. Again, I'm hoping that maybe you had a chance to catch up on your sleep and rest during Pisces season. That's optimum. Not possible for everyone, but that's really the best because I want you guys to maybe be allowing more time to be awake during the month of April so that you guys can accept the blessings. I feel like there are a lot of plans you need to make, and I feel like there are a lot of benefits you need to reap here, okay? This feels like a very opportune time for you. There are a lot of opportunities coming up, and there are a lot of chances to really make actually good connections here. You're one of the only signs that is really having social benefit and having social opportunities during this time of social distancing. So maybe you're getting that through social media, or you're getting that through something that you can still be in the house and still make connections with people. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about your week-to-week, Gemini. In the first week, you have Wheel of Fortune rooted down by the Hierophant. So a nice, fortunate blessing of spiritual energy is coming in for you. So some of you might actually be having a connection with religion. There could be a strong connection with deity, or you might be becoming more religious during this time. One way or another, you're feeling your connection to source energy, and you're feeling your connection to the universe as well. So you're going to have a lot of insight probably into your own path and insight into your own capabilities, specifically kind of relating to your sense of luck too. You have good luck during the first week. Also, people might really be looking to you as a leader during the first week of April. I feel that maybe your position in your community or your position in your family does maybe shift up a little bit there, and it feels like quite a drastic shift, but it's something that's really favorable and something that's really helpful for you. So it's almost like heavy is the head that wears the crown, or whatever the saying is. So there might be a few issues that come with that, but it's ultimately something that's very empowering for you and something that will be helpful. Also, it's just good to keep in mind, though, how much things can change or how much things can shift really quickly with Wheel of Fortune. It's like one day it might feel favorable, the next day it might feel difficult. And that's why you're stepping into the second week with Nine of Swords rooted down by Two of Cups, because Nine of Swords is, we know what it's about. It's about sleeplessness, anxieties, pressure. feel, how am I going to stand up to this pressure that's here? And that's going to be solved with love for you, Gemini. Two of Cups is the card of love and the card of connection, and also the card of like explanations as well. Maybe there's some explaining to do about something to help your current leadership position, or some favor to find, or an explanation of what it's really taking. I feel that maybe some people are not understanding the burden, or understanding the necessity of what you're doing, or who's in it with you. So it's going to be important to not punish yourself at an inappropriate time for that, but to work with what you actually have. So definitely use the second week of April to let yourself rest. You know, Nine of Swords is always an indication that rest is better versus this, restless mind. So maybe even delegating a duty or a responsibility to somebody else could be positive for you too, if it's possible. Week number 3, you have Queen of Swords rooted down by Queen of Cups. So yeah, this week is going to be about, is it going to be the logical mind or the emotional mind that I'm going to work with? It needs to merge. It needs to consolidate. So you want to make sure that your emotions and your logic are one and the same, because with a Gemini, it can kind of be very distinctly separate. I might feel this way, but I might express in a different way. So I definitely challenge you in the third week, Gemini, to try to make your expression more congruent, and to make your logical mind and your emotional mind more satiable to one another. This could also look like a change in beliefs, okay? Or a change in like political opinion, or a change in, how you feel towards some of the people in your life. I could definitely see that with that energy. And it could also be like two very prominent females in your life, or two very prominent, mature, feminine energy coming in to change your opinion on something, or to consult you, or to work with you in some way. So this could be like your biological mother and your stepmother, or like your mother-in-law and your mother. How are you going to work with them? How are you going to connect with them? It does feel quite outside of you too in the third week. So dealing with others, dealing with maybe a group of people who are very logical, and then a group of people who are very emotional, and how can they come together? How can they work together? Week number 4, Geminis, you have the Emperor rooted down by 4 of Swords reversed. So, always interesting to see the Hierophant and the Emperor in the same spread, especially in this sort of the way that they're placed. There's so much power for you here, Gemini. There's so much rulership. There's so much, again, pressure perhaps placed on you to be a guiding light, or to be ahead of some of these social issues that we're dealing with. So with 4 of Swords reverse rooting that down, you want to really focus on, are people allowing themselves to let go, allowing themselves to sleep, allowing themselves to rest? Are you allowing yourself to do those things, Gemini? Because you've got to rest in order for your, in order for you to be able to process the duty that you have during this time. There has to be an ability to rest, but also it's even deeper than rest. It's concentrating on what made you so tired, okay? It's learning the lesson of what made you so exhausted, and being able to change that. And that's a huge light bulb moment for me, Gemini, because there might be something about burnout there too. How did you get so exhausted? How did the people around you become so exhausted? What is a square peg in a round hole? What is something that was never meant to go on so long, that became so exhausting? What a great time during this social distancing to see that clearly, and to see like how much more well you are by not having to do it as much, for some of you, and then for others who might still be doing it. Doing that exhausting thing, what a great time to see it through the lens of other people, and to maybe have a second thought about what is best for your path. So anyway, Geminis, I really challenge you this month to get past burnout, and to understand what is exhausted in your life, what has festered, what is too old, what doesn't need to come on anymore. And that's where you'll find your true power, and your ability to really elevate in your life, is by being able to let go of that, and being able to transmute that energy into something more right for you. So anyway, Geminis, I will be having an extended reading over on Patreon. If you guys would like to come and join my Patreon, I'm having more content even on Patreon too during the time of this social distancing. So every Saturday I have tea chats. I have all of the YouTube videos early. All of these general readings are early and ad free. And yeah, it's a great service. And if you would like to support the channel, be sure to jump over there and check it out. You can click the center of your screen now to see that. And otherwise, I will be seeing you guys next month. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to hit the like button and comment and let me know how you're feeling and what you're doing to rise above this challenging time. So I'll talk to y'all later. Much love. Bye.